Y'all are up this morning out in this brisk, cool air. Feels pretty good out to me. Make him do it again. I said make him do it again. Never mind, I'm not. You gotta have that. What is it? You pull it all the way under? Looks like he's trotting, don't it? It's going doo 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 doo, bounce. Two. I don't reckon I've ever noticed that bobber before with a fish on it. I wish it was a skull for Halloween. I got a new pumpkin. Just go ahead. Probably a channel catfish.
Is that Melvin? Melvin gets to go over there.
How do you know which one's Melvin? I don't know which one is. Melvin's going with us?
Yep.
Oh, Melvin's going with us, you guys. I think we're going to put out a t-shirt with Melvin on it. Even though he is a channel catfish. So we're taking this fish to our new pond. He's number 8. We already had a number 8, but we had to put him back because I fell asleep in here in the house. And Nate was afraid he was going to die, so we put him back. Oh, you're winding yourself 3, 4 times.
It's Melvin.
Melvin, you wanted to come see us before we left. Well, guess what? You get to go.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, that fish got...
That's not
That
Melvin.
fish has got something all over it, spots sticking up. You're not Melvin after all. What dummies are we? Yeah, I'm not Melvin, guys, but I'll go. Melvin pissed on me. Oh, not the camels. Yeah, you got your whisker in the way, silly. Let me hold his whisker. No, that'll. I hate this part. Ugh. Nate said he was the dentist the other day. It's okay, I'm a dentist. Oh, Jesus. Can't be worth that little fish.
It's awful docile.
You're awful docile. Your name is. What's his name?
It's a he because he got a little mouth.
He does have a little mouth. Nate's right about that. Look. No, you told me the males had.
He's pooping.
You told me the males had the big mouth. You said females had a little mouth. Ooh, there's a female. Docile, her name's Dolly. That's Dolly. Did you see that magazine that's out, People, I think, with Dolly Parton with a Paul Stanley star on her eye?
What?
You know, Dolly Parton tried to go metal. And her look, she was dressed up for her show or whatever, and she had a Paul Stanley star over her eye.
Oh my goodness.
Like, at least get it your own thing.
Looking down the pile.
That's what I should get my friend Diane. You know what? That's what she should wear on her eye. A star. She's a musician. She loves rock and roll. She's missing her eye. Poor thing. I'm going to get her a star eye patch. That's who she should be for Halloween. I'll be Gene Simmons because I'm short and chunky. And then you could be one, and then Mike could be one. We're going to go to Halloween as Kiss, huh? You want to be that one? Okay, you can be that one. I'll be Peter, Chris, or whoever. I don't care. As long as I get to wear high heels. What now?
I'm still putting the haircut now.
Okay. Hey, Dark Magician. Good morning. Yeah, that's an okay catch. He's a lucky candidate to go to the new pond. He gets to eat frogs all year. If he can maneuver his way through the branches.
There's
Y'all got to move these fish.
more
Huh?
live bait in there, I hope.
Y'all got to move this boat.
Okay.
Y'all got to move this dock. Yeah, we got 6 days left to move. And we're supposed to get 500 fish, but we're only at number 8. Because it turns out it's hard to fish and move at the same time and work. I literally have moved our stuff that we've moved is just sitting in the yard. It looks like a yard sale. I shit you not, a man just pulled right in the driveway yesterday. People, more than once, people just stop there like it's open house because we have to get all the stuff out of the house that's in it and fix the falling in ceiling and insulation. So we can't put our stuff inside, just sitting outside.
Yeah,
What you got? Hey, that's 2. Oh, that's
I
it.
got 2 poles over here.
Do you have a bluegill and a crappie?
No.
Oh. What's that?
2 bluegill.
Well, they sure don't look related.
No.
One looks like a dinosaur fins, and maybe it's a male and female.
Male on them would be like
The pretty colors,
that color and bluegill.
more blue. The male of any species is always the prettiest. Always the prettiest, even in human.
What is that? Why do you say that?
Well, because I'm a girl. I'm not going to say girls are the prettiest. I can't believe the honeysuckles bloom this late. I didn't know that. I don't know. know. They haven't really been there. I haven't noticed them.
That's a,
Is that also a sunfish?
yeah,
I mean, a sunfish. They're all sunfish.
it's a male.
A bass is a sunfish.
Yeah. Carp is a minnow.
And a carp is a minnow, guys. Did you know that? Carp is the largest minnow. They get up to 100 pounds, but they are a minnow. Wonder what classifies minnow.
You haven't been in the water yet, honey.
Can y'all use a cast net in the pond without it getting snagged every throw? In this pond right here, we can. We use it all the time. But in our new pond, there's no way we would even try to use it once, right? Yeah, the new pond, we can't use a cast net in at all. But we're working on it. We want to rent one of them, I don't know, whatever, one of them equipment and dig it out. But until we decide that we can do that, we're not going to just stand around, so we're using shovels and rakes. When we put the fish in the new pond, every time they can't maneuver down in the water yet because of the branches, so they stay top water. Are you gonna bite? Or that's a fish moving. that bobber should have something put on it that looks like a person over that, because it looks like it's going doo doo doo, huh?
Dancing.
Yeah, it looks like it's dancing or like walking along. I want to put a big face on it.
I want to see it dance. And go under. Look at Gollywalker lives over there.
Right there in the middle
Over there toward them cattails.
with the pig. There's a pig that lives, if y'all can see, I'm gonna zoom in. Where those cattails are wallowed out right there, there's a pig living in there. There were 2 pigs living in there, but now one of them's living in our kitchen. But we couldn't catch the other one. I love pigs. I'm obsessed with them. How in the hell 2 stray pigs came to my house? I feel like somebody off Facebook dropped them off. Sorry, turn the GoPro off. Huh? Because he's dancing. Think something will get him.
Oh.
Oh, it's hard to see the bobber at all on the. There it is.
You gotta attract some kind of attention.
Bacon, yeah.
I think that we can run here.
Ironically, we work for a trucking company that hauls hogs to the market. We clean out the trucks. We don't have to see the pigs very often. There's no, and I learned to drive semi trucks there doing that. And I thought I wanted to be a truck driver, but there's no way I would drive those pigs to the market. That is a hard job. Like, you're a truck driver, but if you haul livestock, you're a truck driver and a cowboy. You gotta handle 200-300 pigs by yourself. Basically, some people shock them. I don't like that. It's supposed to be a last resort. Where do y'all hook the live bait at, in the tail or by the head? Hey, I mean, you don't usually hook the live bait in the tail, do you? You do? But, well, where do you usually, in the head or tail? In the pond, you.
Yeah, if I'm in the river, I hook them in the tail if the current's not real swift. But if there's a lot of current and you hook them in the tail, it'll drown them.
Wait a minute. Tell me again now.
In the river, if it's swift current, I don't hook them in the tail because it'll drown them.
Oh,
It'll make the water go through their gills backwards and then kill them.
okay. So in the pond, you're more apt to hook them in
Because there's no current.
the tail. Okay, there you go. If there's no current, he can hook them in the tail. But if there's current, it will drown them, like in the river. So don't you usually hook them like through the top of them?
Up toward the head, yeah.
Sort of in the, not the head, but right behind it.
Eyes, and the swift current goes through the eyes usually.
Oh, if there's a swift current through the eyes, that's well. Why?
It's just the best place, 'cause that bone right there, and they can't get off the hook easy.
Oh, like around their nose bone?
Yeah, you go behind it through their eyeballs.
At least they don't see their fate coming. But won't that kill the reaction of the reaction? If it sees the fish coming, it won't react because it can't see it.
What about that?
Well, I heard a lot of stuff about your fish reacting to the predator the right way, or they won't be interested. You know, kind of like everybody likes the chase challenge. Or if it's winter, they don't want the challenge, and it's moving around a lot. That's why they want something that looks like it's hurt, right?
Cut bait.
Because they don't feel like being energetic.
Yeah, lethargic.
Yeah. Because they're cold, like myself.
Yeah, my fingers are.
Let's see. What's that one there? Mainly I hook in the back up front on the dorsal fin. That's why. Yeah, mainly he hooks in the back up right in front of the dorsal fin. That's where you do it, right? Yeah, same thing.
Sometimes too, I'll hook them underneath in the behind the pelvic fin or whatever, the anal fin or whatever it is.
You will?
Yeah, I've hooked them like that sometimes. It makes them swim down. Like if I'm using a float or something, something like that, it'll make them swim
Okay, that's cool.
toward the bottom. I don't know why.
Restricts the action movement.
Do that.
If you hook in the tail, it restricts the action movement. And then he said he hooks some in the belly sometimes if he's using a bobber. I don't mean to repeat you, but
Oh, no.
in case I didn't hear you.
Deep water too or something. Make them swim down.
That's so interesting.
That's Richard Jean.
That's gonna be my fishing tip video. You've been holding out on me. You learn a lot from Richard Jean, don't you? He's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah. He's the best fisherman I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he's really good at explaining everything.
What he does, how he does it.
Even though he talks to everybody like he's talking to a baby. But that's what you're supposed to explain everything as if you're talking to a 5th grader for YouTube, basically. Make sure everybody gets it. Not putting nobody down, but in one area or a different area, somebody might know more. I know I need it explained to me like a 5th grader. We'll miss this old pond. It's not so much that I'm going to miss it, but I'm fine with it until I think about somebody else being here, and then it makes me like, let me find out somebody catches a fish out of here. I'll be like Deadpool. Inside. I don't want anybody else to have this pond.
Done a lot of work to it.
Let's drain this son of a gun. So we can't have it, nobody has it. Want to?
That's quite easy.
I wish I had a whole bunch of that dye that Jeremy's got, that fluorescent green dye. I'd like to put about 10 gallons of it in here before we left. They pull up and be like, what the heck? That's toxic. But then again, I can't hurt all of our friends that are in there. We've put 500 plus fish in this just in the past 5 years. Doesn't count. Another friend put bass in it 8 years ago. We bought a bunch of grass carp.
Yeah, I put 6 in there.
I picked this place out because of this pond. I know we have 2 ponds where we're going, but they're not like this one. The one that's right behind our house that we'll be using at first is about a tenth of this pond. If you can't go wide, can't you just go real deep?
Yeah.
How come nobody ever does that? Digs like a really, really little, deep, deep, deep pond.
Because if it's not already there, you gotta get the right paperwork and stuff. And
Yeah.
when you go through that station, it can only be like 8 foot deep, 10 foot deep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was reading like if we dig a pond, we have to get permission
But the pond's already there.
if we dig a new pond. I don't think I would. I think I would just dig it. Like, who the hell's going to know?
Just make one of them bigger. Clean it out.
I know that, but I'm thinking about going through all the trees with the equipment and all that, and how simple it would be just to go right over there to the middle of the yard where nothing's there, no trees, and just dig it. We could always have like 4 ponds or 5. Connect them, make a lake. That's what we should do, just like Ginger Billy did.
Uh-oh.
If we make it, oh yeah, if we make it on YouTube, we should buy us one of them little diggers.
Over here.
I saw it. Oh, you mean to?
Yeah.
You ain't got a circle hook?
And it's
Crap.
long.
It just got hit, but we wasn't here. Ginger Billy is a trip. Yeah, he is. Ponds are as deep as the berm, Reverend Kelly said. What's he mean by that? B-E-R-M, berm. Ponds are as deep as the berm.
The backside of your dam.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I can kind of look at one too. Let's see. Well, our new pond, we didn't see rain at all for 4 months. And it came up a little when it rained the other day, but the drought is not helping matters because it's way down. And there's all kinds of trees and stuff in all around that pond, so I'm sure they're leaking. You caught a,
Worm.
yeah. That's not a very big breakfast. You'd think you'd be back. I feel so bad about that little black pig living off in that cornfield all by itself. It's probably so fat it can't even get out of there. I know if Darla had her access to all the corn you could eat, she'd. No. Nope. God, I don't like that bobber. Can't see it. No, you're supposed to have a big pumpkin on it.
You can move. This is my bike pond.
Oh.
Just have a little piece left that fish didn't eat off of it.
I see it.
We'll waste it.
Look where that pig's been in them cattails. See how they're even shorter. See them? Right in the corners where it's always at. See where they go down? Where he's laying on them and shit. Stuff. Yeah, I saw him in there. He was looking at me through them cattails, too. But our little princess was just in the background. She wasn't in there. She didn't get in that pond. Y'all, it's the sweetest little pig ever. She just cuddles. My pig I got in the house was kind of a defect. She's just grunted. She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Head swipe. And then comes and lays on our feet and legs where we can't move. But if we want to pet her, forget it. And she keeps going in her bed, which is in our closet, and laying. I've got foam in there for her to lay on. She weighs 300 pounds. She's decided she needs to be under the foam. So I try to trick her and put another piece up there to let her go under it. And she gets so mad if I'm in her room with her bed. She'll come in there and jerk them covers all around and rearrange them and pull on them. Like she wants it like she had it. It might not even be doing nothing what she's doing. She gets mad about it. But she lays on her legs under the foam and then can't walk because she's laid on her leg all day. She wears me out. We're going to move that pig this week, and the pig ain't never been anywhere but here. And she weighs 300 pounds. So, this ought to be interesting, huh? A pig I had in the past was 300 pounds, and I had to move her. And I had the box of Krispy Kreme donuts and a ramp going up into the back of the U-Haul, and I would put them donuts down, and she'd come further, and she'd eat it, and come up the ramp, and she got all the way to get in and left that donut and went back down. They were smart. Of course, now I know I'm not going to give a pig donuts. Well, I always wanted to try it with those big long boards, but it's just faster to lure her. It probably will be just as hard to con her into the cage. Huh? No, the cage can be in the house. Well, that would be if we were backed up to the door with the... Yeah, it does. We could disguise the cage. We'll set the cage outside by the truck, but we don't have to have the truck there. And then we can disguise the cage as just like... You could actually take that cage. Yeah, because if not, when you pick them up, their legs all go through the holes. That's what happened with the little pig. It was what me and Diane were doing. We was trying to pick that up, and we couldn't do it because your legs kept going through. Paint the top orange, ginger billy strip. Paint the top of the bobber, yeah. It's orange, but it's real little. It's his bait pole. They use it at creeks and stuff, so. Well, folks, I'm starved to death. I'm going to have to go in here and make a pancake or something. What are you going to do? String up a nightcrawler? They're like the only bait that I'll... Well, not really. I like red worms. I don't really like nightcrawlers. They feel like snakes.
Yeah, buddy.
Also, a carp is a minnow. A beamoff is a... I got a bad connection, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off here and see y'all later today. Thanks for watching. Love y'all.